In this video, I'd like to explore the initial defining of the mentor-mentee relationships. Growth occurs in the mentoring process for both the mentor and the mentee from a conscious exploration of decision making and of practices and experiences. That consciousness comes out of the conversations that occur between mentor and mentee. And the valuableness and what really extends the growth is that consciousness tends to continue after the initial conversation was held. Now, trust and vulnerability are critical elements in that mentor-mentee conversation. It takes some initial vulnerability on the part of mentor or mentee, and actually on both parts. It takes some initial vulnerability to start the process. And then when vulnerability is treated with honesty and respect, it creates trust. Now, the presence of that trust tends to increase vulnerability in the next conversation, which then builds trust, and you have this spiraling thing that expands and deepens the relationship between the two parties. One way to build trust in the early stages of the mentor-mentee relationship is to define the role of how the agenda for the mentor-mentee conversations will occur. If you take more of a peer coaching approach, then the conversation will be guided by the mentee. In other words, the mentee will bring to the table the topics, decisions, concerns that they wish to discuss, and the mentor will follow that process. They'll provide questions that assist the mentee in thinking through the decision-making process. And it may lead to the mentor making some advice available based on his or her experiences and knowledge. You can also take an approach that is more mentor-related to the agenda. And in this case, in addition to the topics that the mentee brings to the table for conversation and exploration, the mentor may put some topics out on the table that they believe the mentee should be exploring. In this case, the mentee can be questioning the mentor as to points that the mentee might be missing. Almost in my head, I'm thinking of the concept of I don't know what I don't know. So the mentee may actually be asking the question of the mentor, what questions should I be asking? This could be related to issues behind the issue that the mentee wasn't aware of. Or I'm even thinking that calendar-wise, going through the year, there's upcoming topics, upcoming decisions, upcoming tasks that have to be completed, and the mentee, new to their role, may not be conscious of it. And by the mentor bringing that topic to the table in advance, it provides the mentee some extra preparation time. Both of these roles in the formation of the agenda have great value. Trust can be built more rapidly by having the conversation up front. I hate to think about a mentor holding back the sharing of some information, not knowing how it will be heard by the mentee because the conversation hadn't occurred. But equally, I hate the thought of the mentee kind of questioning why the mentor is bringing up that topic if this conversation hadn't occurred. So I'd encourage you to begin by spending a little time up front deciding how you want to arrive at the agenda for your conversations, and then build trust by staying with that initial agreement that you make. Feel free, as your relationship develops, to have the conversation about modifying the expectations that you had originally set. And enjoy the growth that can come from consciousness, from reflection, that occur both for the mentor as well as the mentee.